Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dominique. I'm 24 years old and I live on my own, and I just document pretty much like my debt-free journey and personal finances. If you're returning, welcome back. So today is payday for me. I got my second paycheck for the month of May, so I'm going to be going over my budget for that. But before we do that, I did want to mention, and I kept forgetting to say it in all of my other budgeting videos since April, but I did not receive the stimulus check. I didn't qualify because, like, if you graduated college in 2018, and odds are you were still being claimed by your parents, like me, so 2019 taxes, that's like actually 2018 and all that. So yeah, I didn't qualify. I didn't receive anything. My parents didn't receive anything for me. So that's sad, but I mean, it's whatever. So that's why you have not seen that like $1,200 little check in any of my videos, in case you're wondering. Probably weren't, but I figured I'd say that anyway. So yeah, today we're gonna get in, but first I want to go into my happy planner, where I have been writing down all of my no spend days. So as you may know, I am doing a no spend challenge for the month of May, and every day I've been going in and writing no spend on the day. So yesterday was another no spend day, so I'm just gonna write that in really quick. Also, I'm doing laundry right now, so if you can hear my laundry machine, I'm so sorry. I had to wait until the lawnmowers were away from my apartment before I could film today, and I was gonna film yesterday, but it was like I was bedridden all day, not a fun time, so today is the day. Anyway, and I'm probably not going to spend any money today either, but I like to wait until the end of the day to do that. As you can see, I have 2 days, but I did not complete my challenge, and we will go over that at during my May budget review at the end of the month. So now we can get into the budget for this pay period, and I will zoom you in a little bit here. Okay, so as you can see, is this a good angle? Yeah, okay, so as you can see, I like to highlight everything. Everything has a specific color that I use. I use mile liners, zebra mile liners. That's what they look like. They come in a lot of different colors. I think I consider myself still a newbie at budgeting. Like every time I budget, something is always changing. Whether it's like my income or like where I'm trying to allocate money. So a few things have changed. One, my health insurance finally went through. After like 3 months, I finally have health insurance for my new job. So that was taken out of this paycheck. Which at the beginning of the month I wasn't really anticipating for. Like I knew it was coming eventually, but I didn't know when, like which paycheck it would come with. So the deductions were taken out of that paycheck, and then I am still on part-time, which I would be on part-time no matter what was happening in the world right now, but for the next pay period, I'm not supposed to be on part-time, I'm supposed to be on full-time, but I might be kept on part-time depending on if we're able to fully open up or not. So that is something I need to be aware of with my budget. And also, so for my other budgeting, like past budgets, even this one, I kind of just like throw numbers out, do what I think is right, and then add it all up at the end. But today, you may see my sticky note here. Look at that. 80% and 20%. What? Wow, I am actually doing real math and figuring out how much of my paycheck should be going towards different expenses. So that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna try out the 80-20 rule, where 80% goes towards expenses and 20% goes into savings. I'm still like trying to learn exactly what that means, like what counts as expenses and what counts as savings. So what I think I'm gonna do is do 80% obviously for all my bills, so anything in orange here, and then the leftover will probably go towards electricity because it's gotten really hot here lately. Like, it's been in the 80s, so I have had the air conditioning running, which means my electric bill will be higher than anticipated for originally. And then the 20% will go towards everything else, because I'm not spending any money really, and I'm not, like, all my sinking funds are basically like mini bank accounts, savings accounts. Then my cash envelopes, I'm not spending any of that money. And then of course I need to like get groceries and gas and try and pay off my credit card. So I've rambled enough. Let's just get into it and see what happens. Okay, so for 80%, well, my total take-home pay for this paycheck was $683.76, which is much lower than I thought it would be, because my last one was $740, but with that insurance deduction, it took out quite a bit. So for 80%, the total is going to be $547, and half of my rent that I'm using this paycheck for is $405. So that already takes out quite a good deal of money. So car insurance, I put $40 into that sinking fund, and then renter's insurance, I put $7 into that sinking fund. I'm skipping student loans for now because they're not technically due, so whatever I have left over in my budget will go towards that. So if we add up everything that I have written here, I think I have like $23 left over. Let me double check really quick. Yeah, I already did the math on my giant calculator here, so I have $23 left over. So I think that $23, I'm gonna put 10 of it towards the electricity. So we'll change this to $37.50 instead of $27.50. Oh, that is a mess. Okay, $37.50. So that gives us $13 left over for expenses. I'm not really sure what I want to do with that $13 for right now, so I'm just gonna make a little note on here. Saying that I have $13 left over, and then we'll figure out what we want to do with that later. Okay, and then for the 20%, which is savings, that's $136. See, this is where I'm getting confused. How am I supposed to, so like groceries and gas, that would count as an expense. So that would go with the 80%. But I had $23 left over. Probably because I have such a low paycheck, and that like if I had my full-time paycheck, maybe that would work out better. Probably. So maybe this 80-20% doesn't work for me right now. I don't know. We'll try it anyway. We'll try to stick to it, but if I can't stick to it, then that's whatever. Okay, so for car maintenance, I'm gonna put in $10 for that, as usual. I know, I took my car in to get a realignment, which was needed. That was needed. And I know I have to take it back to get a couple other things fixed on it. So still funding that. Home. Okay, I'm still definitely going to put in $20 for intermittent and $20 for my wedding. I don't really want to fund medical anymore because I have quite a bit saved up in it now. Let me see where it is. So I have $65 saved for that sinking fund. And with my new insurance, my copay is like $25 or $30, one of the two. So, I mean, that would get me at least 2 doctor's visits. And I don't intend on going to the doctor anytime soon unless I actually get sick and have to go. So I think I'm just not going to fund that, at least for right now. When I get back into full-time, then I'll go back to that. But for right now, I don't think I need to fund that. Same with home. I'm not going to fund that until I'm back in full-time. And then gifts, you know what? Same thing. We're not going to fund adventures either. Screw it. Let's just not do it because I'm not going anywhere in the foreseeable future. These things, other than medical, these things are not needed for me to, survive, and I want to pay off this credit card before September because that's when interest is due. So I need to, really focus on that. And I'd rather have no credit card and student loans because, this credit card amount is really small. It's $600-something. Student loans is, a few $1,000s. So that's going to be there for a while. Okay, all that being said, let's continue. So for gas, I'm still going to put in $20. I'm expecting that my work will reopen relatively soon, within the next few weeks, because they told us anywhere from the last week of May to the middle of June, which is kind of a wide range, but I just want to be prepared. But I'm still not really driving anywhere. I go in every once in a while, maybe once or twice a week, so I don't have to spend too much on gas. For groceries, I'm trying to keep within a $140 budget of groceries for this month, because I did my math wrong at the beginning of the month. It was supposed to be $150, but $140 is fine. So last paycheck, I budgeted $70, but I think with what I actually spent, I have $28 left, which is fine because I've got plenty of food. But let me do the math really quick. So I have $24.69 left. So that is what I will put in my groceries. $24 left. And I, with what I have here and what I would need to make more meals, I think that is completely doable for me. So I'm not worried about that. Spending, it's no spend month. Entertainment, no spend month. eating out, no spend month, hygiene. I did end up using that for my cash envelope, but I've got like a lot saved up in there, so I'm just gonna put that like that too. Okay, so let's just add up that 20%. I don't know what to do with that. Anyway, pretty much anything that's not a bill. Gonna add that up. So 10 for car maintenance, 20 for wedding, 20 for intermittent, 20 for gas, 24 for groceries, which is $94. I have 136 for savings minus 94, $42 left over, plus that 13 that I had from that 80%, have that left over too, which is $55. So I think I'm gonna put 40 towards the credit card, and the rest can go into student loans. That is what I'm going to do. So $40 for a credit card, and then the leftover would be $15 goes into my student loan account, and that's that. But let's add this all up just to make sure that I didn't somehow go over what my paycheck was. Perfect. 683. 683. I don't really want to count the change because that doesn't really matter. So budget total 683 is zero budget, zero-based budget. That's what I'm trying to stick to nowadays. So yeah, I have no clue if this actually works. This 80-20 thing that I've got here. Maybe when I get my like full-time schedule, that will be better. So let's go into my little sinking fund tracker here. I just write out the balances that I have because they all go into one account, so I want to know how much I have in all of them. And I was a little bit preemptive because I was bored, so I wrote in what the days for this paycheck for all of them, but I'm not funding all of them on this day now, so I'm just gonna swipe that out for future home, but I am depositing $10 into my car maintenance, which means we've got 180.30. And then auto insurance, depositing $40. So I now have $340, and I am over halfway to the full amount now, which is awesome. Student loans, I said I deposit 15. But this total is wrong because this 22 didn't actually come out. Did I update that last time? I put in 10 last time, but I won't have that in here. I'll skip that and figure that out later. Fix that later. Medical, wiping that out. Wedding. We have not done any planning for our wedding. We were gonna shoot for a 2021 wedding. So like I was gonna use this whole year to plan for it. But with everything going on and people canceling their weddings and pushing it to 2021, I don't know if we'll actually be able to like find anywhere, since I feel like everything is being booked with not only people that were already planning for 2021, but people that had to push it to 2021. So like I don't mind waiting until 2022 or whatever. But yeah, so I have no clue like what kind of budget we're looking at for the wedding. I'm just saving money for it. Okay, that's it for my trackers there. Since I'm pretty much like wiped out a lot of these things that I would normally like deposit money into my account for or stuff a cash envelope for. I'm not gonna stuff any cash envelopes today. I don't really need to be quite honest. I pretty much just mean deposit money where it needs to be deposited. So that's really it for my budget for my second paycheck for the month. Before I go, I do want to thank you all for all of your support and liking my videos, commenting on my videos, and just subscribing in general. I've been able to grow this channel a lot in this past couple of months, way more than I have been able to in the past, and I'm really happy about that. I'm really glad that you all want to follow me on my journey to debt freedom, and that like you can relate to a lot of things, and you give a lot of good advice too. Sometimes when I have questions or don't really know how to go about something, someone always comments a solution, and that's really helpful, and I'm really grateful for that. So I just want to thank you all really quickly for all of this. I really enjoy it. If you don't already, make sure to follow me on Instagram too. It's the same name as my channel, Dominique'sDay. There's always a link down below. And in the description box, I also have a lot of links to like referral codes and stuff like that. If you saw my last video, just ways to help you save a little bit of money throughout your daily lives. And yeah, that's pretty much all that I have for you. If you made it to the very end of this video, in the comments down below, tell me what show you have been watching a lot of lately. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button so I know that you like videos like this, and I will see you all later. Bye.